Good morning, friends. This session is dedicated to all language lovers, and we are going to discuss today a technique of questioning. See, in day to day conversational English, whenever we converse, whenever we talk, whenever we communicate with anybody, the technique of question really works as wonder. And the people must know, actually, those who are willing or those who are curious to frame questions, or I mean interact with people of different professions, they need to know how to question. Most of the English conversation, most of the English dialogue, you know require a better technique of questioning. For instance, let us say if you are speaking to some intellectual and you want to know about his period of work, or you want to know about how long he has worked somewhere, your questioning will begin with how long, since when. So these two, opening words, they indicate that you are going to put question in present perfect. Since how long have you worked in this factory? So look at the word, since how long have you worked. Always remember, when you use since how long or since when, both are correct. Since when have you worked in this factory? आप कितने दिनों से इस फैक्ट्री में काम कर रहे हैं? The best, questioning can be framed in present perfect tense. So use since when plus has or have plus subject plus V3 plus subject plus complement. So there could be a number of questions of this kind. Since when have you worked in this factory? How long have you worked in this factory? How long have you been in this organization? How long have you been in this institution? How long have you been in this country? So these questions, which are mainly in present perfect tense, make an impact on the person who is listening to your conversation. So in this similar manner, you can use how long. How long have you been here? आप कितने देर से यहाँ पर हैं? How long have you worked in this factory? आप कितने दिनों से इस फैक्ट्री में काम कर चुके हैं? How long have you worked in this institution? आप इंस्टीट्यूशन में कितने दिनों से काम कर चुके हैं? How long have you worked on this project? आप इस प्रोजेक्ट पर कितने दिनों से काम कर रहे हैं? How long have you stayed in this country? आप इस देश में कितना दिन से रह रहे हैं? So how long and since when are two opening words which help frame a number of questions in present perfect. In this similar manner, whenever you start asking about any past event or any past action, always begin the question with did plus subject plus v1 plus subject plus question mark, or didn't plus subject plus v1 plus subject plus complement. Like, didn't you go to school yesterday? क्या आप कल स्कूल नहीं गए थे? Didn't you solve your questions? क्या आप अपना questions नहीं solve किए? Didn't you obey your parents? Didn't you abide by the rules of the traffic? Didn't you follow the rules and regulations of the nation? Didn't you listen to the news yesterday? Didn't you revise your lesson yesterday? Did you really revise your lesson yesterday? Did you really solve some questions? Did you really revise physics lessons? Did you work on chemistry lessons? Did you study any other subject? Did you speak to your friend yesterday? Did you have any conversation with your friend yesterday? Like that. So you can begin question with did and didn't also, how long and since when, and you can also put questions with isn't and aren't. Like, isn't it right to go there? Isn't it apt to speak about this matter? Isn't it appropriate to argue on this question? Isn't it right to make a statement on this matter? Isn't it right to stop the Ukraine-Russia war? Is it in the right time to speak about the commencing danger of nuclear war, third world war? Like that, aren't you really ready to proceed for this project? Aren't you aware of the menacing danger? Aren't you aware of the impending danger the society is facing these days, like that. Similarly, the would not or won't can also begin the questions like, won't you think it right to act upon this matter? Won't you go there and ask this question? Won't you abide by the law of the society? Won't you think about changing your behavior? Like that. Shouldn't the people argue on this question? Wouldn't the people think about this question? So whenever you begin a question, it can be would not, it could be will not, it could be cannot or should not, or how long and since when. So since when and how long are mainly we put the question in present perfect interrogative form. Since when have you been here? Since when have you started working on this question? Or since when have you worked on this project? Question mark. How long have you worked on this project? How long have you been here? How long have you studied maths? How long have you studied engineering? How long have you studied any other branch of learning? So these questions are ending in question mark. These are generally beautiful question. The technique of question demands different style of questioning, and that depends upon how much you know about tenses. For example, if you begin a question in simple present, definitely the question will start with do or does, don't and doesn't. Like if you want a negative question, you can write, doesn't he go there every day? क्या वो वहाँ रोज नहीं जाता है? Don't you go there every day? क्या आप वहाँ रोज नहीं जानते हैं? Don't you work on this subject every day? Don't you attend your classes regularly? Doesn't she attend her classes regularly? So these questions are in simple present. Similarly, in simple past, the question will begin with didn't. Didn't she go to school yesterday? Didn't he work on this project? Didn't he complete his assignment? And so on. So the technique of questions demands a lot of interpretation of tenses, and interchange of tenses and verb form. And that is what I wanted to emphasize upon. Thank you. This is Eddie Singh on the channel, Easy English by Eddie Singh.